Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why it says test broadcast, but we'll change it. Table. So welcome to the table, ladies and gentlemen. Before we do that though, I'm gonna hit up the Discord real quick and put it on here real quick on streams and stuff because things happen. Alrighty. It's time for a tier list, folks. I know some of you are probably coming for the tier list, and y'all gonna see what's gonna happen here. So, let's get this party going. So, we are going to put this in different things here. So, at the bottom of the tier, we're gonna have undiscovered, and actually unknown and not told. Alright. That's gonna be in this tier right here. We're gonna make this an absolute grayish color. And we'll put that white. At the bottom of the rung, it's trash and pathetic. To make it on the trash and pathetic list, you have to be absolute ass. Like, you shouldn't even be in the game. It needs a total rework. That is trash and pathetic. D tier is considered very situational and risky. It's not trash, but it's risky, situational at best, and we don't know much about you. I should make it center. I should be able to center it. Hold on. Let me figure this out real quick. Nah, but you gotta make this easy. Unknown. Why didn't that save? Unknown. Nope, that ain't happening. Alright. We'll just do it from in here. Unknown. Trash. Very situational. C tier. Next up there is risky but good. Mainly put, it's risky, but it's good if you can get it going. This one's gonna be your setup required. Actually, no. This tier here will be pivot. This is our pivot one. This is where you pivot, where you can pivot back and forth. Here is good. You already know what good is. And at the top of the tier is necessary. That means that you need to have it at all times. Alright? Tier time. Starting with the 8-ball. 8-ball, very situational. Right now. I'm calling it right there. It is very situational if you're not playing for the, if you're playing for 10 or the 25 or less rounds, you're not winning. You're not gonna, you'll never pick this up. If you're playing with a magic deck, the voucher is better than that. But if you pick up 8s, you're okay with it. All right, it's okay. It's still very situational. I wouldn't say completely trash. Abstract. We're gonna put it at pivot. You get it early, and then when you get enough, or you have a strong enough deck, then you get rid of it. It's a pivot card. It's not risky but good. It's a pivot card. Just the way it is. It's a very good pivot early game card. Acrobat. We're gonna put you on good. Borderline necessary. Acrobat's one of those cards that if you see it, you don't want to pass it up, because you might be in that situation where the deck wants to say, "Hi, I'm gonna fuck your whole life up," and that one last hand might be the way to win this. I don't know what you are yet, but I'm pretty sure you have something to do with diamonds. So, if chat would let me know, I will come back to it. The banner. Very situational. I say higher than the 8-ball, but that's not saying a whole lot. The reason why I say it's a little higher than the 8-ball is because it does have its uses early game, but you really get rid of it. Whenever you get a chance, you get rid of it. Another one that I don't know about, we'll come back to you later. Blueprint. Absolutely necessary. You already know the deal. When you get Blueprint and you got a really good setup, that's basically saying you got the damn thing twice. You got your Joker twice. Especially with Acrobat, Yorick, Kano if you have Kano online, Triple A. You're just really good with that. It is really, really good. It is damn near necessary to have Blueprint. Bootstraps. I'm gonna put him at good. Bootstraps is a card that if you have a lot of money, you're winning right now. But if you don't have a whole lot of money, you're not gonna have a whole lot to do with him. It's good in a lot of situations. So I'm gonna put him at good. Blueprint. Another one of those necessary cards. You see Blueprint, you already know you're about to have some fun. These two are at the top of the order. You see them, it's basically having a second Joker. One to your right, one to your leftmost. There's nothing else to say on the matter. Move on. Burnt Joker. Trash. Our first trash. Burnt Joker, for it to be good, you need to have, like, Perkeo constantly activating. And I don't like Perkeo. Perkeo is one of those ones where I don't like it, I hate it, I can't stand her. I can't stand him or her. Them. I can't stand them. If Perkeo gets a rework, maybe Burnt Joker might be worth a damn, but at this point, no. While we're on the subject, Business Card's another one that we don't fuck with. It's far too situational for it to activate. It's a 1 in 2 chance that you get, what, $2 on a face card? It's not one of those ones that I'm gonna sit there and be like, I'm gonna just play a bunch of face cards. I would say it's close to very situational if you have if you got the synergy for it, but other than that, nah. Kano. Low end of necessary. Kano, if you can get Kano online, he is an absolute dog. The problem is getting him online. And I put him at the low end of necessary because... Shut up, Hair. Shut up, Triple A, not the business card. But yeah, Kano is definitely one of the ones that if you mess up, if you got him, you better be ready to start shredding face cards. You shred them like it's the fucking passion. Because you need to get him online fast. Because if you can get him running, 2 Hangmans and you're golden. 2 Hangmans and he's just as good as fucking Yorick, if not better than Yorick. Ceremonial Dagger. I'm putting him at risky but good. Ceremonial Dagger is risky but good. You have to already be denoted. You have to be devoted to putting this damn thing on the mound. I would rather you pick up Ceremonial Dagger when it's either a foil or a holographic. Even a poly. Negative is the bare minimum, but you need to have one of the other 3 in order for Ceremonial Dagger to be an absolute dog. Certificate. If you don't like gold-plated cards, this is absolute ass. We're not even gonna go any further than that. Mr. Reroller himself. Pivot card. He's one of those ones where you see him early, he's good to leverage 1 or 2 rerolls, and if you're running a reroll heavy deck, it's definitely one of the ones that I would say, yeah, not bad. I can deal with it. I can do it. I am perfectly okay with it. But after you've got your service with him, yeah, put him to the curb. Chicot. One day, my friend, one day, you and me will be one, entity. That being said, we're gonna put you at good. We're gonna put you at the top end of good. You see Chikot, you don't pass him. Is he necessary? Not necessarily. Not in every deck. Not in every game, because you might be so far ahead that even the big boss blind is not gonna be that big of a deal. But if you see Chikot, you're not gonna say no to him. It's like, oh hi, hey, how you doing? Dab it up. No need for the fool. Let's make this happen. Let's make this happen. Let's work you. That's what I think about Chikot. Mad Molly. Hold on. This is why I have this open as well, because I can see what that is. That would be a Crazy Joker. Crazy Joker is risky but good. You gotta be playing a hell of a straight in order for you to be really relying on Crazy Joker. Crazy Joker is good in a way, but not too good. And I wouldn't say even pivot even. You get him early game, you can probably work him, but after that, you get rid of him. If you don't have the build for it. Oh, credit card. Absolute ass. If you go in debt, if you're going into debt that deep, you don't need to be playing. And this one's far too situational, it's far too conditional for it to be worth a damn either. Driver's license. Risky but good. Driver's license is good in a magic deck where you're manipulating the deck constantly. Is it as good as Ceremonial Dagger? It could. But the likelihood that you're playing anything but a magic deck is very high and likely. And if you don't have the crystal ball, it's not going to do you any good. So it's like, I'd definitely say it's not very situational. It has its moments. It's risky. Ah, my flushing friend. You are on the same level. Actually, no, you're more of a pivot. I'll be honest with you. Where straights is harder to manage, you're definitely going to be pivoting from the flush. I would definitely say that Droll is definitely that kind of guy. Droll is that kind of guy that if you see him, you take him, get a good use out of him, then you toss him to the trash once you get something better. Oh yeah, Drunkard. Very situational. He ain't useless. He is not useless, especially if you got some, especially if you're trying to get York online. He is absolute god. But after that though, it's like, whatever. He's okay at best. Dusk. Dusk is on being good. Right underneath Acro. I think honestly, Dusk and Acro are about the same. If you get Dusk online, Acro's gonna be there too. So, last hand, let's make it happen. Nothing more to say on that. Even Steven. Pivot. Even Steven is definitely there when you want to get going. It's a good pivot card. It's very good to get started with. Nothing out of the ordinary. You get early wins with Even Steven, and then you put him to the side. Fibonacci. Another pivot card. Fibonacci is one that you get early as well for the multiplier, and then after you're done, if you don't get any use with him, it's gonna go to your cell box. Flower pot. First hot take. High end of risky but good. I can't say the pivot is. I cannot. I cannot put it at pivot, and I can't put it at the low end of good. It's a very risky card. It is one of the riskiest cards, especially if you're not playing. If you're not playing like something normal. If you're playing normal, it's good, but it's far too risky if you're playing anything outside of that. I'm just gonna call it. I'm gonna call a spade on that one. Sorry. Fortune Teller, very situational. Fortune Teller is only good if you're playing with a magic deck or you're playing with a heavy tarot deck. If you're not playing heavy tarot, you're probably not gonna get very much use of Fortune Teller. I'm gonna call it as it is. And while we're on the subject, we're also gonna put Four Fingers in here as well. Four Fingers is actually a little bit higher than the 8-ball, but still not as useful as like Fortune Teller. Unless you got like unless like the arm is looming somewhere in the midst, you're likely not going to get very good use of four fingers unless you really need to have that fourth card. Glass. Very situational. I would say more on the top end of this. Glass has gotten me a couple wins, I'm gonna be honest with you. But to get Glass online is very tricky, very hard. I would not recommend it. I would not recommend an entire game with Glass. While we're on the subject here, we're gonna put you guys in pivot. All 4 of you fuckers. Where the other one at? There you go. All 4 of you fuckers are going right in the pivot. It's basically the 4 suits. You get +4 for each of them. You pivot early. If you can manage to make them good, you make them good. Golden Joker. Pivot. Golden Joker is a pivot, is a money pivot. Basically you get a couple easy wins, get some wins under your belt, feel confident, get a little bit of courage under your system, and then once you're done with the kiddie pool, you throw them away and go to the deep end. You I don't know about yet. I haven't done enough yet to get you online. So, I haven't found you yet, I don't think. So I'm gonna put you right here. When we learn more about you, we'll put you back. Oof. Michelle. Risky but good. I'd say slightly below the ceremonial dagger. +10 is nothing to sneeze at. But a 10% chance of it being extinct? It's a bit much to make you go absolutely insane. But not in a way that it's gonna be like, oh my god, it's gonna hurt. If you are relying on Michelle, you are in a bad way. Hack. Very situational. I wouldn't even put that with the pivot. It's a very situational card. Hack is good if you're playing with the abandoned deck. Calling it. Outside of that, it is absolutely meh. Half Joker. Yeah, that's getting a pivot. That's getting a pivot. Half Joker's a pivot. There's no other way around that one. Half Joker is good early game, then you throw him in the trash. You throw him in the trash once you're done with him. Chad. Hanging Chad? I'm gonna be honest with you. There's cards that do his job better. Put him on the high end of trash, above the business card. I don't know about you, but I heard you are okay. I'm gonna leave you alone. In this Joker, I remember having you, and you're good. You are dangerously good. The problem is I haven't found you on my main file yet. So, yeah, you're really, really good. Stencil. Good. You see Stencil, you'll always look at, especially if you're buying a bunch of Jokers, Stencil's a card that you want to have. Stencil gives you ×3. No way around that. If you get Stencil as it is right now is a boss. Is it necessary? Not necessarily. He's very good, but not above Bootstraps. Bootstraps gives a little bit more value, but Stencil does do the job. Regular Joker. You know you get pivot. It's only a +4. And you also get a pivot. You're a pair, Molly. You already know why. I want to say that's the Juggler? Yeah. Juggler at the very low end of very situational. If you need to get one more card in your hand. Oh, if you're saying that if this got nerfed recently, I could put him at risky but good. But I think I put him there. I think we're gonna have an intervention here. Add a row below. Delete that row. I think it's about time we had an intervention. And we're gonna change that to fire. That means that we're gonna put this one a little bit further into the green. Put that into the yellow. And on this tier, we're gonna put was good is fine. So, if this you're in that list. And while we're on this subject, Yeah, I think you're the only one right now that's gonna be was good, but fine. The same could be said for something else, but I think everything else so far is looking good at Pivot. Alright, so Juggler is very situational. It's like if you need the extra card in your hand, you're fishing for something. Honestly, it's like meh. It's meh. Ah, loyalty card. Risky but good. If you can manage to get an extra hand, every 5th hand you do is gonna give you a ×5. Add that with something like Acrobat. That's ×15. That's nothing to sneeze at, honestly. That's nothing to sneeze at if you play this correctly. I'm not gonna lie. I would say it's risky but good. Risky but good. You are the 4 of a kind. I wouldn't even say you're a pivot. You're more risky but good. You are really, really good if we can find a 4 of a kind. But other than that, we can't really pivot from you. Marble Joker. Trash. There's not enough to warrant a Marble Joker. There's just not enough. I don't know who you are already, so I'll figure you out later. You, Matador. Oh. You're good. Like, you are above Bootstraps good. There's gonna be times where you're gonna hit that boss blind. You're gonna get a blind that you're stuck. You're fucked. And you're gonna be low on money. But you know you can beat that blind. Matador is the guy that says, "Hi, how you doing? Olay, we're gonna have you play. You wanna hit that blind? Not a problem. For you being fucked over, I'ma pay you. I'ma pay you to get fucked over. Come on with it. The more you get fucked over, the more I pay you." Yeah. I would put him in pivot, but I think it's a little too damn good to be put on a pivot. He's not like Golden Joker pivot. No, he's good. Mime. Okay, a lot of you are going to probably see this, but I'm going to put Mime under very situational. Mime on his own is ass. But with certain synergies, he's good. I will honestly tell you, Mime is good. With Glass, with Glass and Devil cards, oh, Mime is like a boss. You get double your pleasure, double your fun. Add Glass with the Glass Joker with Mime, and you got a Glass card, that's 3 times, that's 4 times. Like, oh, we're gonna make that work. I like it a lot. Oh, I see you there. Put you over there. Very situational for you. I already know what you are, and if the other 3 act like that, they're all gonna be put over there as well. Misfit. Above Chad. You are very unreliable. Like, very unreliable. I would definitely say, you know what? No, the low end of very situated. You're not like Chad. You at least give something. Oh, Mr. Bones. Oh. Hi, we're gonna fast track you up to the top. Yeah. You see Mr. Bones, you never ignore Mr. Bones, because he's gonna save your ass. Before he used to save your ass, always. Now he's gonna save your ass once you hit 25%. So if you can make a quarter of your money, he saves your ass. More often than not, you're gonna get that quarter. So yeah. Mystic. You know what? Mystic I'm gonna put on the pivot. I'm putting Mystic on the pivot because Mystic can work early game if you are constantly throwing away cards. And if you're throwing away cards, it's +10. The first 3 or 4 antes, he's good. Now, after that, though, it's... you get into some murky territory. Not gonna lie. Todd. Much like even Steven, you're on the pivot list. Everybody that's on the pivot list, they're not ranked. They're not above anybody else. It's whatever you have available. Oops, all 6s. Very situational. The low end of it. Oops, all 6s can fuck you right over. Like, when I mean like fuck you over, like, it's the type of fuck you over that will fuck your couch up. Especially if you got something like the wheel. If the wheel shows up, that's a 2 in 7 chance. Every 2 out of 7 cards is gonna be flipped over. It's like, ugh. Oh, if you're talking about Mr. Bones, I still put him on the necessary side. You still will need him. Yeah, he got nerfed. I know he got nerfed, but he's still good. He's still necessary. I wouldn't say Chikat is better than Mr. Bones, but Mr. Bones is still there. I'm gonna leave him where he's at. But back to Upsall 6s. It's good if you have it's better if you have something like, I don't know, Stuntman or maybe 8-Ball. It puts them online, but it's not something I would say. I'm putting you under very situational. There's synergies that require face cards. You are that card. Not gonna lie. Perkeo. Trash. I'm gonna be honest with you. Out of all the Legendary 5, Perkeo is the outright worst. Arguably, the worst of the bunch. It's basically, and I'm gonna show you. I am gonna show you because I have them unlocked. It duplicates 1 random Terra or Planet card in your possession at the end of shop. You have to have it in your possession. That's not something I would like to have Perkeo do. If I had to put a suggestion, if I'm gonna put that suggestion up there, for Perkeo, you should make it as a Emperor Light for Terra only. When you have Perkeo in your deck, if you have the room, you get 2 random Terra cards that is not sold. 2 non-sold Terra cards in your possession after every hand. After every blind, you get 2 of them. Guaranteed. If we can make that a thing, I guarantee you Perkeo would go from trash to good. Without question. Without hesitation. Because it would make him good at least. But as he stands right now, no, Perkeo doesn't work. Raised Fist, that's a pivot card. Raised Fist is very good early game, and hell, it can even get you through mid game if you got something like mine. On its own, though, it stands head and shoulders above its own. Ah, ride the bus. I'm gonna definitely put this under risky but good. Abandoned decks love it. If you're shredding it with Kano loves it. It's a very good card. I'm not gonna front. Ride the bus, you're riding the bus. All day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Going back to you real quick. Ringmaster. Ringmaster is not good until you get to endgame. Then you want to see his ass. But on the way up, you're not gonna want to see Ringmaster. Satellite. Oh. I believe Satellite got nerfed recently. If not, it's on the low end of good. If it's, you know what? I'm in size fair. I think honestly, if it got nerfed, it goes to was good is fine now. But if it's not nerfed, it is on the bottom end of good. Every time, if you got Planetarium, that is $4 fucking. That's $4 after every fucking blind for every unique one. It makes you want to play the planets, so that way you always restocking your money. It's good. Oh, it got buffed. Oh, even better. Put you right around with Bootstraps and Matador, without question. Scary Face, pivot card. Scary Face will help you get some extra chips. It's a pivot card at worst. Risky but good at best. At worst, pivot at worst. It's a good pivot card. A+, that got buffed. Definitely more along the lines of was. You know what? I'm gonna do this. Was good but fine, and vice versa. There we go. So it was fine before, now it's good. So this got a buff to this tier. It was going to be put in pivot, and Invis went down. I've heard stories about this card. I haven't found you yet, but I will find you. Queen. Trash. Upper end of trash, but still trash. The reason why I don't like Queen, I do not like Queen whatsoever. Where the hell is she? There she is. Shoot the moon, because you have to hold the Queen of, you gotta hold the Queen of Spades in your hand, and it's not, it's very likely that you'll not get it unless you're holding a bunch of those queens. I'm definitely gonna say the upper end of trash, right around with Hanging Chad, but not really a thing. Smear. I don't know. I don't think I've got you yet. We'll come to you in a minute. Sock and Buskin. Risky but good. Low end of it. It's not if you get this card, you got a good face synergy coming on. And I'll be honest with you, that with Peridola, it's actually pretty good. It's a pretty good combination. Space. Space is risky but good. More along the lines in the middle of the tier. If you can get Oops All Sixes online, Space becomes a little bit more substantial. But Space is definitely always something that you take a gamble with every so often. Steel card. Very situational. Steel card is very situational. You only use it if you get steel. While this bad boy is under trash, you're never gonna. If you get stone cards, you're gonna definitely not want to have it. Stuntman, very situational as well. Getting 500 is like winning the fucking lottery, flat out. Supernova. Supernova on the low end of good. Supernova is definitely a card where, if you're going to be playing a certain hand over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, you're going to want to have it under your belt. You're going to definitely want to have it. This is definitely for one of those one hit wonder type of players. And I don't mind being that player. Swashbuckler, I'm going to be honest with you. Hot take here. Low end of good. Low end of good. Hot take here. Swashbuckler is the type of fucker that if you got an expensive card, he's gonna be that guy that's gonna get you through. I wouldn't say he's a pivot card though. I would say he can actually stand head and shoulders, especially if you got some poly or even a negative card. If you get a negative and you got Swash, hell, if Swash is the negative, that's a big bonus and you're not gonna want to give that up. Hell no. He's on the low end of good, but definitely a thing. Cartographer. Let me remember you. I remember seeing you and not liking you whatsoever. Astronomer. You and Cartographer. Yeah. I'm gonna do this right now. Both of you guys are trash. Both of you fuckers are trash. The likelihood of you hitting that is a 33% chance? No. No. No, no, and more no. All you guys right here, y'all guys are gonna be put up. Y'all actually went from fine to good. So all 5 of you are coming up. So we're gonna definitely do you guys right. Cause y'all guys were just fine before. I think you guys got buffed. I think you guys got buffed to a point where you guys are actually relevant. I believe that was the case from Thunk. So you went from fine to good. So definitely gonna put you up there. Definitely above your brother. Definitely above your lower counterparts. Idol. Low end of very situational. You gotta really be paying attention for him to make his mark. He's not great. He ain't great. He's not one of those ones that I'm gonna be like, oh my god, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Nah. He ain't that. Oh, they're just good and great? Oh, they never got a buff? Oh. Hey. Welcome to the party up top. Hi, we're gonna make a correction here. Welcome to the party. Actually, Supernova, you're gonna take a step back for these guys. If I see them, I'm playing them. I'm playing them all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. They're good. They're good. They're damn good. And if you look at my file, the problem is I'm missing 3 of a kind, a pair, and the flush. So during my journeys, I'm definitely gonna actually make that happen. You ass. You are one of the most useless fucking cards. Throwback, you one of the useless fucking cards I've ever fucking seen in my goddamn life. You are not worth the time just to return a hand that I want? No. If it's a hand that was ass, it's still ass when I get it back. No. And as for you, I lose a hand. I get two bigger and lose 1 hand. If I wanted to do that, I might as well get a. I played the black deck, where I can at least get a discard and a hand gone, but I get a Joker slot instead. Nah, you ain't shit. I don't know about you, and you's a pivot. I already know you. You go to pivot. All right, you two, Yorick. I'm gonna be honest with you, Yorick, you're good, but you're not Chicot good. You're slightly above Acrobat though. Yorick, if you're playing for low rounds, Yorick is hella risky. If you're playing normally, no, Yorick is perfectly fine. Yorick is damn near a necessity. But as he stands right now, he's on the borderline. Him and Chicot are on that borderline of, let something go right. You gotta win. Triple A. I used to shit on Triple A a lot. Now, I think he's on the good end. I think he's not quite I don't think he's dusk good. But good enough to stand on his own right. He's definitely one of the lower end ones, but if I see a AAA, I'm not gonna be like, no, I ain't taking him. No, I'll take him. I'll take him. I'll make him work. I'll make him work. And you know what? What's actually interesting is that if you got AAA with Kano and you're shredding Jax, he might actually be a good option. He's actually one of the better options out there. Not gonna lie. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 jokers I don't know about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a joker I need to know about. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I know a couple of them I don't have. So, a couple of them I don't have, but I know what they are. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I need to know that. So, 15. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm missing a joker. Yeah, Invis Joker I haven't unlocked here. Alright, so Invis Joker I know about. And these 4 I know. So that's 6. That's the 6 I do know about. The other 9 I don't know about. So this list will change in the future depending on when I unlock them. So you're telling me that Invis is good. If Invis is good, I'm gonna put him and I'm gonna put Ace under Pivot then. Because those 2 are the reason why I did that. Delete that row. So, absolute necessities if you see them. Both of our doublers, Kano if you can get him online, and Mr. Bones. Good, but could be necessary if you in certain situations. Chicot, Yorick, Acrobat, Dusk, AAA, your top 5, with Matador being a 6th. Oh, you was mentioning AAA. Okay. God damn it. Thanks. That's what I said. AAA is not bad. AAA is not bad right now. Put that back. Like, ugh. Where the hell you at? Here we go. Okay enough to play. There we go. We're gonna put him okay enough to play. I need to change that color too. There we go. That needs to get a deeper orange. There we go. So right now, we got our pivot. We got our standard pivots right here. These are all your pivots. Risky but goods. Very situational. If you see these cards over here, these are absolute ass. You should feel bad. You should always sell them. I don't know about these yet. This can change. But other than that, that is the tier list for me right now. I'm gonna post this up on the server so people can try to understand that, and I'm also gonna have this accompanied with the video. So if you came to hear this online, you can keep a track on it. Other than that, though, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming for the tier list. Actually, yeah, thank you for coming for the tier list. I'll do an actual recording for the vouchers. So catch you on the flip side, folks. Hopefully I get you caught, but if not, a deck master would be great. I'll be fine with being a deck master joker.